welcome back to #HealthyShit. And today I'm gonna be doing a few different videos, but the theme is orange. All the foods we're going to be having today are orange. I've got sweet potato chips. I'm gonna be making carrot cake, gluten-free, no-bake carrot cake. It's gonna be vegan. All our recipes today are gonna be vegan. And I'm also going to be making chocolate oranges. Well, how I make chocolate oranges, which is very lazy, by the way. And we're going to be having that today. First recipe up is our no-bake carrot cake. I've made carrot cake balls out of this recipe. I brought them with me to a vegan, potluck networking event. Didn't bring a single one home. They love them. Small children love them. It's a good way to get vegetables into children with it tasting good. So that's a fun way to do it. And if they like carrot cake to begin with, you're not going to have any of it left for you. So I suggest you make 2 and hide one of them. But yeah, I'm going to finish getting my setup ready and then we'll start. Alright, we've got our food processor here and we've got all of our ingredients. Our ingredients are baby carrots. I find they're sweeter, so we're going to be using those. We've got a little bit of sugar. We're not going to be putting much. Cinnamon, allspice, quick oats, and almond butter. Now, if you are allergic to nuts, I suggest maybe using sun butter. I've also used sun butter in this recipe, and it's worked out fabulously. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our baby carrots. I've got just one of the smaller bags you can get for like $1 at Walmart. I've taken maybe 5-10 out of them. The rest going in the food processor. Now, we're going to process those for a little while. I'm going to get the processor set correctly, and then I'm going to process those, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I've got my carrots processed down. They're a little bit crumbly. They haven't quite gone to mush yet. That's the consistency that I want. Alright. I had the handle on the back side. That's why I had it wrong. Okay. Now, we're going to add in our seasonings. Now, I would put roughly a teaspoon for each, but I myself am eyeballing it. So, I'm going to put a teaspoon for the recipe, but if you find it doesn't come out seasoned enough, add more. But I'm eyeballing it. So, I'm going to put my allspice. Tiny little taps all around. Got our cinnamon. Tiny little taps all around. And for sugar. Sugar, I'm going to be putting, since this is going to be a cake, we're going to put about maybe 2 tablespoons. Let me get one of these spoons. That'll work perfect. One to 2 tablespoons of sugar. And do 1.5, just to keep it frisky. There we go. Now we've got our ingredients in, our dry ingredients mixed in with our carrots. I had to remember the word for a second. Our carrots. We are going to put in our oats. About a cup and a half oats. I've never actually measured this out. I usually just eyeballed it. It depends on the moisture content of your carrots, because there's a certain consistency you want. Then you're also going to take your almond butter. Almond butter is what's going to give it its protein, and it's what's going to hold it together. Get a spoon here. Lots of almond butter, because that's our binding agent. Put that in there. Lots of almond butter. Yes, it's fattening, but it's also delicious, so whatevs. Okay, and that should be enough. Put it off to the side. Now, I'm going to blitz this up in the food processor, and then I'm going to show you how it's supposed to look. Don't worry if some of your carrots and your ingredients stick to the side. Just get a little silicone spatula and give it a quick stir. La 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 la. And if you find out that you put too much oats by accident, you can always add about a tablespoon of water to get the consistency that we need. See, this one, I might have put a little bit too much oats, so you can either add more carrots or you can add more water. You can add a little bit of, about a teaspoon of water. You need it malleable, but not like, you need it to where you can shape it with your hands, but not really like soupy. Like, you don't need it to have like a liquid. You need it to still be formidable. Formidable? Formidable. So, ours is a little dry here. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to my mix. I'm about a tablespoon or so of water to just get it to where it'll stick together. Now, we've blitzed that up with about 2 tablespoons of water, and see how it's come together like this? It's real clumpy. It's almost creating dough balls by itself in the food processor. That's where we want to be. We're going to take this, we're going to grab wax paper or parchment paper, and we're going to line what we're going to be using. I would normally be using a small cake pan, but I'm out of those. So I'm going to be using reusing a Christmas tin. Ones that come with cookies or things in it that most grandmas put sewing equipment in. We're going to be using that today, and that's going to be what we're going to have our cake in. So I'm going to get some wax paper, cut it, put it in here, and then you're going to see me put this all together and get it ready for the freezer. Alright, we've got our thing for our cake ready to go. Now, I was out of parchment paper and wax paper, so I put like the Glad wrap stuff I have lying around the house. And that seems to have covered the pan, and it's non-stick, so it's going to let the food release. So, works about the same. Now, before we finish this up, I'd like to give a shout out to my friend Jace and his little girl Nia, because he messaged me and said, I need a healthy snack for my little girl. And I said, what are her favorite things to eat? I was like, does she like chocolate? What other things does she like? And he said, I had suggested carrot cake. And he's like, she could eat carrot cake. So we're making no-bake carrot cake. Get some vegetables in there, some oats for fiber, and then just a little bit of sweetness, because everyone loves a little sweetness in their day. So let's pour this in this. It's already got a cover that's going to go on it. And let's do this thing. Take this, put it down, and even it out as best as you can afterwards. Fun fact, if you're having trouble getting it to go down, let us back of a spoon and then smooth it out, which I'll probably show you in just a minute. And get all our carrot cake mix in here. Oop, lost our braid. Always be careful around blades in the kitchen, kids. Alright, get that all out like so. Now if you have, you can get another sheet of that sticky stuff, and we can put it on top and then smush it down. But I like to grab a wet tablespoon. I'm going to show you what I like to do. Grab a big old wet spoon. Under here some water. And you're just going to press. Just press that in. Get it even as you can. Get the hair out the way so it doesn't get in the food. It should be up, but I like having my hair down. Get that, smooth that all in. Now, that's probably the best I'm able to do on camera. Now that that's all smoothed down, I'm going to take this, we're going to put our lid on it. We're going to put this in the freezer for about 2 hours until it's firmed up enough, and then you actually be able to cut it. If you don't want it in cake form, you can roll it up into little balls in your hand and you'll have cake balls, carrot cake balls. And it's a good source of protein and vegetables. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now!